What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Erskmac, the mad scientist.
It's your boy Boogie Blends. What's up? Welcome to Nerd Talk.
Nerd Talk Live, man.
Nerd Talk.
Live tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yes,
bro.
sir.
Let me tell you something. When I tell you I had to speed to get here, I had to speed to get here.
Bro, you want to get back to the show on time? You had to go run an errand. What would you have to do?
Man, I had to pick up the missus from the airport, and
okay.
when I pulled up, she said she landed. I'm like, cool. When she get in the car, like I'm going in sport mode. I'm out of here. So zipping up and down the highway. Got here like what 6:47. Ran upstairs, got myself set up and everything, and the rest is history. The rest is history at that point.
Funny story, man. Look, when I was in high school.
Yeah.
I went out and I skipped school and I went to the beach with my friends, right? We in Jersey now. So we went to Seaside. And we was out there and we were chilling. And my dad hit me up and he was like, Josh, I need you to pick up your brother after school and then bring him home.
Right.
Bro, I'm an hour away, bro. What you mean? So so I had to go and tell my boys. I was like, yo, y'all gotta find y'all way home. Because I drove. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I drove and I was like, I'm sorry to tell y'all this, but I'm out. And they was like, what you mean? Like, you can't just leave us here. And I was like, sorry, I gotta go. So I jumped in the car, right? And I'm in this 1990 Camry. It's a 1991 Camry. Bro, I am haul assing in this thing, bro. I'm out. And I'm on 70 in Jersey. And if anybody knows about that, it is littered with the state boys. State boys are everywhere, but I was on a mission.
Yeah. Blowing pipes out.
Somehow, I don't know how, but somehow I was able to make it to my brother in time for him to not like tell on me type shit.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy, bro. But
hey,
my
man,
heart was pounding. I can't believe I did that shit, bro. I was like, I'm talking about like 110 type, like fast. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy shit.
Man, well, we got here on time, man. We got a jam-packed show for you guys today.
Yes.
I mean, we got the Helldivers 2 patch, man. Got people shook around here. We got Madam Web, Brother Son get axed by Netflix, and Karate Kid acquires Ming Na Wen. But obviously, just like the thumbnail said, we're gonna jump into some Helldivers 2, man. Now, you want to take this, Boogie? Like, you know, because I know you got some show notes here. I got some show notes here, man. What you got here, bro?
Yeah, right. So Helldivers 2 is taking up the co-op action scene like by storm, right? With the frantic battles and over-the-top action, and teamwork is a key to overcoming enemy hordes and completing objectives on hostile planets. But I think right now is a good time to jump into Helldivers 2, especially with the fresh patch introducing new challenges and how the game is played, dude. Because honestly, like, I know people get mad about the nerf. People get mad about nerfs all the time. Like, and nerfs happen all the time in games. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what game you play. After a while, nerfs are going to happen. But to me, that makes the game more fun. You know, just not just playing with one meta the whole time. When the meta changes all the time, and you gotta go grind and go get it. Now, like, not like to the point of Destiny, because that was too much.
Trash.
That was too much. I hate to bring that up again, but they really broke my heart, right? But like, this is
hey, like, listen, speaking of Destiny, man, the Guardian games, I heard that shit is lit. I heard the Guardian games is lit.
I heard too.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, man. I feel like nerfing is necessary, and it does show that developers are listening to what the audience, the general public, is saying.
True. And we got a listener here now. BB says, I'll answer your question. Yes. They are. Man, so with this patch, one of the most notable things, a couple most notable things with this patch is that the railgun got nerfed, the breaker shotgun got nerfed, and the shield generator that you wear on your back got nerfed. So basically, the details of the shield generator, if you lose your shield, you got elongated time before it regenerates, before that shield comes back up. Like, we talking 10 seconds, 10 to 15 seconds or whatever. Because before you could regenerate like within like a couple seconds, maybe like, you know, 3 or 4 seconds, if that. So when you look at it from that standpoint, I'm cool with that, because sometimes I grab the shield, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I grab the auto cannon, sometimes I don't. Now with the railgun, see, the railgun is just with the safety on. If you get the safety off, it still punches. But the thing is, you got to max it out right at the right time to let off that laser beam. And if you don't, then obviously you blow your damn self up. So
what about the breaker shotgun?
The breaker shotgun, now with that nerf, it basically means the magazine size got decreased. So you're going to run out of bullets faster. Right. Which was already an issue already, because it was hitting like a truck. But when you run out of bullets and you surround it, then you're going to have to do
that's your ass.
That's your ass.
But that's been every shotgun in every game that you ever played with, though. Be real. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's the type of shotgun you got, like, that's the thing about shotgun. Like, yeah, it's like a truck, but you're going to be vulnerable for a long amount of time. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you want some shit that's going to hit. You want to be powerful, right? But like, what about when you're playing and against people? You know what I'm saying? It's nice to have an upper hand somewhere, somehow. You know, if everybody's running around with the same meta, that shit is boring, bro.
Yeah.
That shit is boring. Find another way to do it.
Right, because I mean, okay, so when you look at the eradicate story, or the eradicate stage, that people was farming with that. Like, they was like leveling up really quickly. Guilty. I was on like hell dive mode, and I was on fighting automatons, and you know, me and a few partners of mine, like, we was knocking that thing out in like 2 minutes 30 seconds. Hell dive mode. Like, we knew exactly what we was gonna do. EMS mortar, regular mortar, EMS mortar, regular mortar, orbital laser, cluster bomb, done. You probably don't even have to fire off a single shot, like, yourself. They was doing the work for you. So, and I was ranking up pretty quickly. I mean, I know I jumped up at least 15 levels, like, over the course of a few days, right? So when I finally made it to hell dive difficulty, playing the other modes, you know, yeah, it was difficult, but it wasn't hell dive difficult, if that makes sense. Like, it didn't feel like it was hell dive. You know, I mean, it was fun. Don't get me wrong, because I had my fun regardless. But this hell dive, like the difficulty, I don't know what's going on with the game master or what's going on. But bro, let me tell you, other part of the nerf is that the swarm, you got to kill 500 terminids, not just 300 and so. I forgot what the previous number was, but doubled 500 on the Joker. And bow titans pulling up out the ass, cuz 4 or 5 of them at the same time.
That's crazy talk. Yeah, that's wild.
Right. Because at some point you get, all right, so you know when you jump down on the planet, right? You throw out your stratagems to get your backpack and stuff. The Terminator is already there. The enemy is already there. You don't have time for that thing to drop. It's already popping off. Like, you got to run for your life.
I've actually never played the game.
You didn't?
Nope. I still haven't played it.
But
listen, I want to play it. I do, and I'll buy it, right? And like, I won't play it because I'd be like, I got a ton of stuff to do right now. But like, I want to get into it. I'm not the type of dude that'd be like super casual. I know if I get into it, it's a wrap. Especially a game like that, bro, it's a wrap.
Oh, no doubt about it. It's definitely going to be take up a lot of your time. But see, just like you said, this is the perfect time to get into it because, like, you know, certain guns got buffed. The enemy count is different, and also from what you understood, from what you researched, what else did you find out on Helldivers with this patch?
You're talking about the so there's like environmental stuff now, right? So like there's like falling meteors,
yes,
fiery twisters,
yes,
unpredictable like crazy shit. Like I was watching a video. My boy gave it to me on Facebook actually, and it was like it was him. He was playing with another friend of ours, and they were around like this rocket that was shooting up in the air. And as it was blasting off, they were close enough to where the exhaust from the ship blew them away and killed them. And it like crazy shit. Crazy. Bro, I was like, whoa, none of them knew what happened initially, and they had to run it back. Like, what happened? And it was the environmental shit. It's crazy. It's dope. That's that Game Master shit right there.
It is. It is. Another funny thing I seen a video where that same missile that you're talking about, it's the ICBM missile. Mm-hmm. Dude was on top of the silo, right? And as it would open up, he was standing on top of the tip of the missile, and he said that, and he saluted as a thing. He fired off with the rocket.
What? How far did he get?
Like it was like halfway up before he died. Hilarious stuff, man.
That is the reason why I get into games like that. That does sound like a lot of fun, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. If I was able to play Power World the way I played it,
yeah,
I'll be able to play it Helldivers.
It's definitely Power World level, because as much as people have been playing Power World, when Helldivers 2 came out, it's almost like it's overshadowed it, because I didn't see it like on social media as hard.
No,
people just talking about like Helldivers, right? So another thing with this patch is, I wouldn't say this gun is meta, but the spray and pray shotgun, got some more punching power to it. Mm-hmm. The laser cannon that you have got more punching power to it, and obviously there's some other kinks that need to be fixed. Like I think on one end, there's some people that's upset that the shit got nerfed, because now what we gonna do to fight the Terminators? What we gonna do to fight the automatons? Because it's like an impossible battle. But that's what Helldive is. Like this is the hardest difficulty in the game. Like, do you want to cake through this shit? Like
you shouldn't. You shouldn't want to. Yeah.
You shouldn't cake through it.
Right.
So it's like, because maybe 3 or 4 shots with a railgun can kill off a Bio Titan, like easy. 3 or 4 headshots to the face. So when you look at that, I'm like, okay, this is a little bit too easy. So if you're nerfing these guns, I'm cool with that. I have no issues with that whatsoever, because if your favorite gun gets nerfed, of course you're going to be upset about it. But I think in the toxic world of gaming, that some people feel like if they bully devs enough, they can get their way. And
that's true.
You got a developer that is listening every day on Twitter, every day, talking to gamers, and he plays the game himself. Like, your feedback is needed. Now, there was some devs that kind of like antagonized some of those people that was hating. They're like, yeah, I wake up in the morning for this shit. That kind
of, Yo, I love this shit. Yo, give it to me more.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so the devs was like, you mad, bro? I woke up early for this.
Oh, that shit is funny.
So I know with the developers, they're doing their best to make it the best gaming experience, because this is a complete game, but it's not a complete game. There's a mission right now saying that the production has halted for the exoskeleton suits, basically the mech suits, because the automatons attacking this planet, and if they overtake this planet, we can't use those mech suits. We won't have access to them because automatons has it. So right now, this mission is for the next 3 days.
Oh, yeah?
You got to take over this planet.
What do you get at the end of it?
The production like starts back up again for you to get the mech suits, because the mech suits is the next thing that's supposed to be coming. It's like a Gundam on the planet.
So you gotta do it. Yeah.
You gotta do it. But if you don't do it, automatons take over. So what you gonna do? And also, I think it's like 40.
So what if you
forgot how many war bonds it is, but you get war bonds, for it.
So what if you miss it? What if you're on vacation and you're not around your joint and you can't get to it? That's your ass. Like you just beat. Oh,
but see, it's a gigantic war effort. The whole game itself is a war effort, because even if you're not on the sticks, somebody else is, and it's a joint thing. So you know what I'm saying. So you personally don't have to do it, but you are needed to do it, if that makes sense.
Right.
You know,
That's
to
cool.
contribute
That's
to
cool.
the war effort. So it's D&D, because it's D&D, it's Warhammer 40K on a tabletop, but you're playing it on a video game, right?
Yeah,
So
that's cool.
So from that standpoint, you're gonna meet some challenges. Like, it's not gonna be too easy. Like, that just kills the adventure if it's too easy.
Shouldn't be too easy.
No.
I hate playing games like that. But you got some people like they're just casual gamers that just want to enjoy the story. But I just feel like this is not that type of game.
No, it ain't. We're here to kill bugs and terminate.
You got shit to do, right? It's
We-
not like some kind of like magnificent storyline and shit. No, you just want to go in there and fuck shit up.
Easy. And a pro tip for the listeners and the watchers out there, the primary objective is not to kill as many enemies as you can. This ain't Call of Duty. This ain't Battlefield. Your primary objective is the primary objective. Take care of those objectives. Once you take care of those objectives out, because those enemies going to keep coming. They're going to keep respawning. And they popping up out of everywhere if you in hell dive mode. If you ain't careful, you getting snuck. Like, easy.
I gotta play this shit, bro. All of my friends are playing it. I hear you talking about it, man. I gotta go ahead and try it. Man.
You got to, bro. Like, it's in third person, so your partner have to watch your six, because these jokers pop up out of nowhere and then they spit on you and you're dead.
And it's a wrap after that.
It's a wrap.
If you got the right,
yes, if you got the right armor on, because there's like a gigantic bug terminated, right? That he creeps up on you. You don't even know. You don't even feel the vibration in your controller. All you know, you see some green ooze come out, and it's over for you. It's done.
So yeah, that teamwork is just like that's for real. Yeah,
Is key. Man, so
that's cool.
The patch is good. There's more patches coming. I like the patch. Obviously, balance is needed, and I just want them to buff the other guns, because there's other guns that's out there that people's not really using because it's useless in battle, and I know they're gonna work on that. So more power
yeah,
too.
For sure. It's a shakeup. It's a shakeup, but I think it's one that promises, to make Helldivers 2 a more dynamic and rewarding experience in the long run.
Mm-hmm. It is, and we're gonna jump from that experience to a very bad experience, and we're gonna go into Madam Web actress. She tells the truth, man. Take this away, Boogie Blends, man. What you got, bro?
Bruh, so I can't even bring myself to watch this one either. So like, and it's crazy, right? Because superhero movies continue to dominate the box office.
Yes.
Right? But like, this has been getting slammed. So, I think we should dive into like the reasons behind the bad buzz, and even superhero movies with like great potentials can stumble.
Yes.
It just depends on how they write it. They're writing, like, you could have, to me, I feel like you could have the most talented actors from wherever and still make a bad movie. You know what I mean? Like the first Suicide Squad, I think they had like great actors, great talent, but it was a garbage movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It wasn't terribly bad for me. If it was rated R, I would have liked it better.
Yeah, sure. You know what I mean? But still, like, you look at all the firepower that was in there as far as like the talent, they was stacked in that movie.
Super stacked.
That easily should have been a crazy movie. Did big numbers, but like, again, weak writing.
Yeah.
I just don't think there's really any coming back from that. Aquaman, people like the Aquaman got a bad response, and like when you're dealing with superhero movies, the criticism is going to be real, bro.
Oh yeah,
the criticism is going to be real when you're dealing with us folk.
Yes,
that criticism is going to be harsh.
And the funny thing about it, Dakota Johnson actually spoke out about Madam Web, and she said she was not surprised that the movie did terrible. And she said decisions are being made by the committee, and art does not do well when it's made by committees. So basically,
facts.
She said, "Listen, it ain't me."
Right. But like it does though. She's right. That shit lives and dies on the characters and the story. And if like
Yeah,
if the film's weak points, if those are the film's weak points, it's easy to see why like she would feel like that too. Like what the I just work here, bro.
yeah.
I just work here. Yeah, they hired me. I applied for the job. I got it, bro. They told me what to do and I did it. Like don't fucking shoot the messenger, bro. You know?
I'm doing my lines.
I'm just doing my lines. Just doing my lines. I just work here.
But the funny thing about that is though, with these superhero movies or with movies in general, committees need to stay the fuck out of this situation. Like you trying to chase the bag. You trying to chase this money and everything else in between. But you could have made money hand over fist if you let the director and the actresses that was in this movie do their thing, because you had Sydney Sweeney that literally did research on her Spider-Woman character and said, this is what I want to do to come down, because this is how she enters into a panel. I want to enter into a scene just like that, because superhero fans will respect that. So, which was not originally in the movie in the first place. So it's like,
right.
That lets you know everything there is. You know, I can't blame the actresses for that. And she's saying this to committee. I trust her 110% that the committee has something to do with this. It's like,
there's just too many hands in the pot.
Exactly. Like, have you not learned from Resident Evil on Netflix? That bullshit that they put on Netflix?
Right,
like,
right,
have
right.
you not learned? But now this movie flopped, and now you're looking here with shit on your hands. It's
like, hey, yo, for real. A flop like that is crazy too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I also heard people say that it could have been really, really good. Like there's a good concept buried in there somewhere.
Yes.
But like the execution was doo-doo.
Yes, trash. Dumpster juice. Basura. Listen.
Somewhere in there was a good movie. You know what I mean?
It was. It really was. I feel like it was just executed very badly. And some of the characters that's in it, especially Madam Web. Well, Madam Web can, she's clairvoyant, and she has inner workings with the multiverse. Like, you can intertie that with the Spider-Verse, because it's so many things you could do with that. So Madam Web as a character, I feel like it's pivotal to like the Spider-Verse and the Secret Wars and everything else in between. So
do you think that the story lacked do you feel like it was rushed? Do you feel like it lacked character development? Do you feel like it or do you just feel like the story just didn't have like a real like defined centralized plot?
All of the above.
Really?
Yeah, all the above, man. Because like, okay, when you saw the trailer, you saw the Spider Women in their suits, right?
Right.
So when you saw them in their suits, you thinking, okay, they're going to be in their suits throughout the movie, but only one time.
Oh, really?
That was it. So it's like false advertisement at that point.
That's disappointing. Yeah, for sure.
And the marketing behind it though was crazy, because it was marketing this movie like it was on my social media everywhere, my timeline, my TikToks, my Twitter. It was everywhere. You know what I'm saying? They was advertising the absolute dog shit out of this movie, only for it to flop. I don't know. They advertise it so people can just buy a ticket and say, "Hey, this movie terrible," and say, "Hey, we got your ticket sales," and that's it. We hit the box office numbers. Maybe that's what it is, but you can't just do that to comic book fans, the superhero fans. You can't do that.
They're gonna let you know every time, bro.
Yeah, they ain't gonna let you live.
Brutally.
Not
that. They'll never forgive you either, bro.
No.
Ever. They'll never forgive you.
No.
There's no coming back from that.
Hey, listen, Dakota washed her hands with it. She's like, listen, I'm with you. It ain't me. I was contracted. I can't get out this contract, and this is what I had to do. I apologize for this movie. It's the committee's fault. They wanted to do this bullshit, but it ain't me.
But how do you come back from that either way? Even if like they don't recast, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to do that. Even when you look at Star Wars, it was hard to come back from episode 7. You know what I'm saying? It was tough. They had to bring it back somehow, and it And it really, at the end of the day, didn't even finish that great.
No, because okay.
Damage control.
Definitely damage control. Like Star Wars pissed me off. Like the last trilogy. Like, you know.
Oh, the last trilogy was tough, bro.
It was tough. Really hard to watch. Last movie though, it pissed me off because of the fan base bullying that young lady from the movie prior, to the point that she didn't have a speaking role.
Oh yeah.
And her name escapes me right now, but I think she played, in some way she played Finn's love interest in a way. And you saw that
Asian
coming.
woman?
Yes.
Yeah.
And she was really good at what she does, but then the Star Wars fan was like, I don't like this and I don't like that, and then to the point that she got off of social media altogether. Like, she stopped posting shit, and then she didn't have little to no speaking role in the next movie. And I was like, what is this bullshit here?
That's rough, dog. That's rough.
Yeah.
But it's not her fault.
No.
She did a great job. Like, it's not her fault. It's just, again, weak writing, or like just a weak character development in general. And even though her story was great, you know, maybe they could have wrote her personality better or something. I don't know, but people are going to find something to be upset about, you know, and you definitely got to be ready for that. But nerds, relentless.
Another prime example, Thundercats. So when they did a remake of Thundercats, like the cartoon series, super good. They canceled that Joker after a season because the toy sales, they couldn't sell toys. Like,
that's crazy.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Hold up. And by the millions, people was watching this shit, and they canceled it because they couldn't sell no toys.
That's weird. I didn't think that would be like. I mean, I get it, I guess, you know, but I would have never thought of that. I would have never thought of that. Yo, by the way, I know we talked about this last week. Did you watch live action Avatar?
Not yet. Not because I'm scared. I just didn't have time yet. I will watch it though.
All right. I'm interested to hear what you say about that. Because it is very divided on that. So I'm curious on what you feel like after I hyped it up.
Now, the perfect person to ask though would be Vivo, like my co-host from Monday. Like, she's a huge Avatar fan, and I advertised it to her the exact way you did it to me. I'm like, listen, people saying this thing is good. Go check it out, because you know you're gonna write an article about it. Go check it out. So, you know, I'm been advertising it, so I'm gonna watch it myself. And I mean, now Shogun, I've been watching that shit. So,
bro,
yeah, you know, this is
when you say Game of Thrones, but in Japan, that's a fact, bro.
Yes.
This character development already is crazy, bro. I can see this is going to be a top tier show. And I will say that FX is known for not putting out no bullshit.
Yes.
FX be putting out some shows, goddamn.
All right. We talking The Shield, Rescue Me, Nip Tuck,
Sons of Anarchy.
Yes, Sons of Anarchy. You got now Shogun, Snowfall. Like, come on. FX
what isn't I could be wrong, but isn't American Horror Story FX?
Yes. It's like Jim. It like
FX be putting out bangers, bro.
Super bangers. Like, you know, if there's a new show on FX, you might want to watch that shit.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it was I think it was Class of 09. It was a miniseries by the FBI. That shit was good.
Fire.
That shit was fire. And I was like, come on now. FX don't miss.
FX don't miss. They don't miss.
They do not miss. And shows you can go back and watch too. Like, I haven't seen Justified. That's another one. I keep thinking about
Justified yet. I've heard it was really good though.
It is. Justified is actually really good. It's like, I haven't seen Nip Tuck or Rescue Me in a minute, but I did rewatch The Shield like a couple of years ago from start to finish. And I was like, Snowfall. Me and my girl was on Snowfall hard.
Snowfall is a great show, bro. Yes. Snowfall is great.
Yes. There's no question about that.
You seen Snow on the Bluff? That's an FX show too, ain't it?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I gotta check it out. I gotta research that. But now, another show that we consider a banger that a lot of people was vibing with, but gets canceled is The Brother's Son and Netflix.
Why they keep doing this, bro?
Keep doing this to us, man.
Why they keep doing this, bro? That shit is wild disrespectful. Like, you do it all the time, bro.
All the time.
To good shows. Now, look. Brother Son I haven't heard anybody say anything negative about this show.
No.
Anything negative. And like, the shit look lit. You know what I mean? It's just, but again, they do this shit, bro. This is their favorite shit to do. Like when they, and we talked about this shit before. Remember the Get Down?
Yes. Yeah, boy.
I'll never forgive them for that. Ever. And but this production doesn't even seem like it was that expensive. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see why you would cancel that off, but then give Avatar 2 more guaranteed seasons.
Wow. This now, as far as Avatar, they did say it's going to end at the end of season 3. I did read that. Now Michelle Yeoh, she said, so hard to understand why I'm heartbroken. Like she was heartbroken about the cancellation of this thing. And this by season 1, episode 8. People are loving this show, and you gonna cancel this bit. Like when we talked about the Get Down, that was a hip hop love story to hip hop, and you gonna kill it. Everybody was watching the Get Down, and people watching the Brother Son too.
I don't know what these decisions are like. Are they based off of viewership? It can't be, right? Because it got good. Well, just because it got good reviews, I guess, doesn't necessarily mean a whole bunch of people are watching it.
I guess like retention and stuff like that. It's a horrible matrix. I'm gonna tell you that. It's terrible matrix. It's like, you
let's see. I'm gonna look it up.
You motherfuckers like this? Let's cancel this. Let's cancel this for you. You enjoying this too much. Like, go watch some of our Netflix original movies. Go watch some of that. I know with the. You say you're looking it up?
I'm looking it up right now.
Okay.
Less than 2 million in its final 2 weeks on the platform's top 10 English language series. So less than 2 million. I want to see what Avatar did. I mean, we already know, but
yeah.
Oh.
What you got? Hey, what's the numbers?
2 billion, bro. 2 billion. Over here, its Animus hit 19 million from February 26th to March 3rd. So just in a week, it blew past the final days of the Brother Son. So I guess.
But hold on now. Hold on. Are we watching the Avatar just to say, hey, we need to watch this to judge it compared to the animation? Because I'm thinking the execs at Netflix are looking at the numbers and looking at the numbers only. But mofos are nosy. They need to know, are you doing right by Avatar? So the numbers ain't going to dictate that. This is the reason why we're watching the show.
I feel like on the other side, though, I feel like some people intentionally avoid the live actions as to not be disappointed by them.
Yeah.
Like they'll be like, nah, I ain't watching that shit. I ain't watching that shit.
I guarantee you this. If they do a Dragon Ball live series on Netflix, I guarantee you those numbers they're gonna do numbers. It's gonna be number one. All the reason because we need to know, are you doing right by it?
How'd you fuck it up this time? That's what they're gonna watch. Everyone's gonna be watching and be like, how'd you mess it up this time?
And think about it. Resident Evil. Resident Evil was number one at one point when it was the Netflix original.
I think that'd be Netflix gassing them up, though. I think Netflix be strategically putting shit in number one to be like, yo, watch this shit. Let's get the viewership up.
Right.
I bet.
But you want to cancel the Brother Son, though? Like, people was watching this.
Yeah, that's crazy. They just have a knack of being disrespectful. Like they hike up the price. Their servers are kind of unstable. Then just if a big show comes out, look, the Love Is Blind reunion is coming out next week. That shit is gonna be shut down, bro.
Last year when Love
You
Was
remember
Blind,
that?
yes, I would look me and my girl used to watch that religiously. Like we watched at least the first 2 seasons of Love Is Blind. We skipped the third. We went to like the fourth, and then now we got a live reunion show. When that live reunion show hit, man, that thing was blacked out because everybody on the internet was like, "Yo, what is going on here? Right. What is this bullshit? We paid this amount per month, and you gonna do this to us?" Mm-hmm. And then they had to play the recording or whatever. And so now you're doing this again, and we're gonna see what happens this time around. Because we didn't watch this season, but the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight, that's supposed to be live on Netflix if I'm not mistaken. That's in July. So that thing gonna shut the internet down because we want to see Mike Tyson whoop this dude's ass. Yeah, we are hoping Mike Tyson whip his ass like one punch. That's just it. That's all we want. But Jake Paul, by all intents and purposes, he can box now. I mean, he got some punching power behind him. I'm giving that.
I don't know why, bro. I don't get it, bro. Like, unless you're broke again, but that can't be right because he's got that weed resort and all that. You know what I mean? And I think he's doing like $500K a month or something like that, just in that. Yeah. So he's good, but like, why would you tarnish your image? And like, something about me thinks that he's going to take the bag and lose to this dude. Yeah. And make this white boy rich. And I'm like, this is crazy. I kind of wish he didn't do it, man. I kind of wish that wasn't the case, but now that it is the case, I hope he beats him up.
Yeah,
I hope he makes him shit himself. I hope he whoops his ass, bro. I hope he beats the brakes off that. You know what I mean? I just hope he fucks him up. You know what I'm talking about? He fucks him up. Like, people feel bad and shit and stop cheering. You know what I mean? Like, just bow. And he just hit him with that crazy left hook. Fucks him up. That would be great.
Yo, I'd love that. Now, with the Brother Son review, it says IGN gave it a 4 out of 10. Like we said, the Brother Son won't stick to its odd couple comedy, shortchanging some funny familial dynamics in favor of tiresome gangster drama. What other gangster drama we got? Nah. Well, first of all, I don't too much trust IGN like that when it comes to like game reviews. 100%.
I don't either.
I mean, they completely dog walk Suicide Squad, but people saying Suicide Squad is actually okay. It's actually legit.
The second one,
right? And I mean, now as far as reviewing Helldivers, they reviewed Helldivers saying it's a 9 out of 10. Okay, cool, I get it. Helldivers 2 is great, but it has some flaws. I don't think it's 9 out of 10 quite yet, but it will be. But you can tell where they
you don't think it's 9 out of 10? The way you talked about it sound like a 9 out of 10.
For me, no game is perfect, right? I would say 8.
Well, 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 ain't perfect. 10 out of 10 is perfect. But you for real, so you give it an 8 out of 10 straight up.
I give it an 8. I give it an 8 because I mean there was certain bugs and stuff like that. Because I equate that too, and with the bugginess, I can't say it's like a 9.5 or 9 out of 10. I'm gonna have to give it an 8 by being impartial. But I mean,
look, you got.
But personally, it's a 10.
What's that? Oh yeah.
Personally, it's a 10.
Right. But like Archive 81, you remember Archive 81? Did you see that show?
Name sounds familiar.
1 season on Netflix. Crazy. What about Glow? Did you see Glow?
Yes, bro. I was so pissed. I was
1 season canceled it. But it was a great show.
All we needed is one final season. That's it. And it was working on the final season. And COVID hit. That's what happened. COVID hit, and they're like, "Nah, we're gonna cancel this, bro. You don't got us committed."
Santa Clarita Diet. That was kind of a lot of people liked it, though. A lot of people liked it, and they canceled it. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a lot of people talked about that one. Oh, bro, I think this had more than one season, right?
Yeah.
I believe. But didn't quite wrap up. I don't know if you've seen it. Have you seen Sense8?
No, I haven't seen Sense8. I haven't seen Sense8. I haven't seen Outer Banks. Haven't seen that.
Yeah, me neither.
There's another one too that's on there, but Heist is really good. Like,
Heist. Yeah, Heist is fire.
Heist is legit. But
yeah, man, they're habitual
line steppers.
They're habitual show canceling bitches.
Yeah.
And there's some of them that I'm just like, I'm not gonna let go. Like the Get Down, the brother son. I'll see what it's about, you know, but it wouldn't surprise me if that show's a banger also and they just cancel it.
Yeah. But like the Get Down, I would never forgive Netflix for that. Then you got the audacity to upcharge me after canceling somebody like that.
That's the real part of it. That's the real thing about it all. It's like, you're gonna charge me after you disrespect me. That's a crazy violation right there.
You raggedy bitch.
You raggedy bitch.
So lastly, we got Ming-Na Wen is acquired by the Karate Kid. Now, I didn't know there was going to be a movie. Well, I did hear rumblings about a Karate Kid movie, but you know, after the series on Netflix, you know, you would think this is how we're going to wrap up and we're just going to leave it be. But apparently Sony is working on a Karate Kid movie. And what's the date? What's the release date on that? You had the release date, right?
I think it's December 2024. Like December this year it comes out.
And listen, I ain't gonna lie. I got a schoolboy crush on Ming-Na Wen.
Bro, she's about that action too.
Look, she will forever and consistently be Chun-Li to me.
Oh yeah.
She's gonna always be Chun-Li to me. It just.
Oh yeah.
She ain't gonna be nothing else to me but Chun-Li. You know. I'll just hope I see her at a convention. I'm gonna geek out.
You remember her in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yes. I was like, she back. But yeah, Chun-Li, I always say Chun-Li, she's back.
Chun-Li, yeah, she will always be Chun-Li. But like, but that speaks to like, if they're hiring and they're looking for that type of talent for that movie,
yeah.
Like, I wonder what that movie's gonna be like. You know what I mean? That movie might be fire.
It might be. For what I understand, it says
who is she even going to play? You know what I mean? I don't even know who she's going to play.
I want she play a bad guy. I want her to play a bad guy.
That would be fire. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I want her to be a bad guy on this one. They said that the new Karate Kid film is not directly connected to the Netflix sequel series Cobra Kai, beyond including Ralph Macchio to once again reprise his role as Daniel LaRusso. Jonathan Entwistle, I Am Not Okay With This, is directing the Legacy sequel with screenplay written by Rob Lieber and James Lasseter, and Corin Rosenfeld are producing. So Daniel LaRusso is going to be in it. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I Am Not Okay With This got canceled after one season too.
Yeah,
that's another one of them. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like the Cobra Kai series was straight.
Yeah.
To me, it wasn't like groundbreaking or nothing. It was like I don't know, it was just one of those things I watched like after dinner and shit, chilling, like unwinding before I go to bed and shit like that. Like I wasn't like up on the weekend trying to figure out what happened next and shit like that. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
it was good. It was good.
I loved it, man, because it was that 80s cheesy feel that I loved about the series, and it just like all my sensibilities that come to the 80s and 90s, I was with it. I was 100% with it. So the final season's coming out this year too, if I'm not mistaken. Can't wait for that. But I don't know how I'm feeling about this Karate Kid movie, saying it's not directly connected to Cobra Kai. I was like, Cobra Kai is the perfect ending for the trilogy of Karate Kid movies that we've seen. Like everybody came back.
They're probably just trying to stretch it out. They're probably just trying to milk this Karate Kid shit for everything it's got.
They shouldn't. Other than Ming-Na Wen being there, they shouldn't. It's done. Let leave it be. Once this final season comes out on Netflix, let it be.
Bro, they do that too much, bro. They do
Yeah.
that way too much, bro. Let it die, man. I can't watch another Fast and the Furious, bro. I'm done.
Okay, first of all, there's one more part. I think there's
Yeah,
two
yeah,
parts.
bro.
I
But
think.
I haven't watched it since Jason Statham like jumped on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To be real, but I heard the story has gotten like really intense, like really
Yes.
it like tangled, if you
Yes.
will, like and it's like it's almost not even about cars or anything like that
Yeah.
anymore. It's
People
like
died. People
yeah,
died.
so that's crazy.
Some came back. Some came back after death, but yeah,
I heard. I heard.
but some people died. But it's
Some
best I can
people for
say.
some people's kaputs though.
Yeah, for some, yeah, some people's out of there for good. Like it's done. But I'm with you because, but these movies continue to make money though. Like I don't think they ever flopped in the box office because of the ridiculousness of the stunts that is there, unrealistic stunts. Because if you really think about it though, it's no different than the '80s action movies we used to see.
Right, that holds true.
Yeah, I mean, you got mofos that never ran out of bullets. It's like,
Right, yeah,
you got an
I
endless
guess
magazine.
that shit don't never run out, dog. Yeah, limited chopper.
This when they come to them '80s action movies, dog. Them random explosions, people flip forward.
hmm Yeah, and it was like the cheesy lessons that they would teach in those things too. It was just like it's kind of cringy when you watch it when you're older, But the way that they kind of even keep that
Yeah,
almost in a satirical way in the new Cobra Kai series is pretty funny. And I do appreciate that about it.
yeah,
Um, but I think with Ming-Na Wen showing up on here, I think it has the potential, even if it's not directly correlated with the last one, to be fire. And like two, like that opens a door to a lot of different things. That opens a door to a lot of potential to have just like a clean slate to work
yeah,
with.
yeah.
You like, is it gonna be? What if it's like a rated R Karate Kid?
I'm 110% in it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, would
Yeah,
you be mad about it then if it wasn't directly correlated to the Cobra Kai series, and but they made it rated R?
yeah. But I wouldn't understand why they would make it rated R though, because it was
It
more
was
or less
never that type of
PG
movie.
anyway. It was never like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
PG
yeah.
13 type of film. So
But that's the thing, though. But the people who grew up watching that movie that had that nostalgic attachment
yeah,
to that movie are our age now. You know
yeah,
what I mean? They're in their late 30s, 40s. And that's the type of shit that they want to see, bro. I don't think they want to like they'll go and watch a PG movie. Don't get me wrong. I've gone and done it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And there's some good movies that are PG. But like the Karate Kid, if you
Oh yeah.
made that like a rated R type movie, like that shit would be cool. But you're right. I don't know how they would do it. It's kind of like I don't. It would be hard to do.
Yeah.
I don't know how they would be able to spin such a lighthearted movie into something so dark, but
I
I'm
don't
sure
think
they
they
could.
can. I think with Cobra Kai, that's the darkest they could get, honestly. Um, and I kind of like it. Like I said, like I said earlier, I think Cobra Kai ending is a perfect ending to the story that we all grew up with. Like, I mean, if you're gonna make a Karate Kid movie, like you can make it for the new people, for like the newer kids that just got introduced to Karate Kid. Because there's some kids, like matter of fact, like my girlfriend's child, shout out to DJ, like he watches Cobra Kai, so
Yeah.
which made him go back and watch some of like the old Karate Kid movies. I'm not sure he watched all of them, but his attention span is not really
Yeah, yeah,
long.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
I
we
like
got
these adaptations.
yeah, it's different.
You
You know
know,
what I
have,
you know what I want though?
what?
I want a Double Dragon movie. That's what I want.
Ooh, that shit would be fire. And if you've seen the Avatar show, you would see like CGI has come a long way.
Yeah,
Like I think I really do believe that if they were to make, like you said earlier, another Dragon Ball movie,
yeah.
the CGI is to a point now where that shit might end up being all right.
It might be all right. I
It
mean,
might be.
it could have been all right back then. Hell, because man, still any fight that Superman was in Metropolis was a Dragon Ball fight. That's exactly how a Dragon Ball fight should be. I like this. Is it right
yeah,
here.
you're right about that, bro. I can't argue with that. You're right about that.
You
right.
know, you could have had that, but
Yeah,
like a Double Dragon like remake because all right, confession time. I am a fan of the Double Dragon movie from back in the day. Like I am. It's
Me
a terrible
too.
movie. Terrible
Me
movie,
too.
but I am a fan of it. I'm one of those the cult following. I'm part of that cult following with Double Dragon, but I feel like a Double Dragon remake can easily be done. You don't really need a whole lot of CG for Double Dragon anyway.
No, you don't.
And let Ming-Na Wen be a part of that movie too. Like when I think of her, I think of her being in a Double Dragon movie.
That shit would be fire, bro.
Yeah. Now, matter of fact, speaking of Double Dragon, now if you haven't played it yet, it didn't recently come out, but it's like Double Dragon, Rise of the Dragon, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like perfect nostalgia feel to it. Go check that out. And honestly, unless they did a patch, because I have that game, the only way you can like play with somebody is if they side by side with you, like playing like Double Dragon.
Yeah.
Double Dragon Double Dragon has always been my go-to beat 'em up outside of Streets of Rage, of course. Streets of Rage is goated out here in these streets.
Streets of Rage is great, bro.
Yes.
That music, bro, that will forever ingrained in my mind. And picking up those little hams, those little turkeys.
Little turkeys, yeah.
Yeah.
Streets of Rage over Final Fight any day of the week.
No doubt. Not even close, bro.
Not even close. Not even
close. Oh. Bloody Roar or oh man, what was the other one? It was Bloody Roar and
Battle Arena Toshinden?
No.
Virtual Fighter actually did a little remake. Is a 3D fighter?
Yeah. It was like a Beast Wars type game, but it wasn't like Beast Wars.
Oh, you're talking about Primal Rage.
Primal Rage and Bloody Roar.
Oh, okay.
Which one you got?
Bloody Roar. Bloody Roar had some combos for your ass, bro. Like that was different. Bloody Roar was different.
Bloody Roar was tough.
And PlayStation 1 had some gems, and I feel like
especially with fighters.
Yes, especially with fighters. Like it was a fighting game for everything. Like it was something for if there was a niche for it, they found it. And
was that the first Marvel vs. Capcom came out on PlayStation, ain't it?
I want to say yeah, because it started out with Marvel superheroes, and then no, X-Men: Children of the Atom, Marvel superheroes, X-Men versus Street Fighter, Marvel superheroes versus Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and then go on. How I know this? Because right now, I know the camera can't see it, but I have an arcade one-up machine. Shout out to my older brother Brian Fulmore, because he hooked me up with an arcade one-up machine that has those fighting games on there, and I'll be in here getting it. In there getting it. If I ain't playing Helldivers, I'm on these sticks over here. I'm on the other side.
That's what's up. I've always wanted one of them.
Hey man, go ahead and get you a cop, man.
I just might.
Go ahead and get that, man. I think they got a special sale going on with a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 cabinet, if I'm not mistaken. Like I don't know if it's $50 or $100 off, but yeah, I want Tron. The next one I want is Tron. I want that machine. I just want to put it like in a walk-in closet, like here, and I can just walk in there. Could turn all the lights out because the joystick is a neon blue. And if you seen Tron on Disney, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that neon color and all that stuff, it still got the Atari. Cool. Yeah, that's super cool stuff, man. I saw Tron at an arcade, a barcade in Detroit, and my girl took me there, and Tron was like in the back, and I was on that shit. There's a picture of me playing that thing, man. That might be my new profile picture, actually, but
it might
be my new profile picture, but it's my jam.
Your profile picture game is crazy, by the way.
Hey, look, All Black History Month.
It's unmatched. Never seen anything like it, bro. That shit is great.
I try to make people laugh, man.
Yeah, you do, man, and you do a good job, don't you?
It's what I do,
You do a
man. It's
good
what I
job,
do.
man. Thank you.
But check it, man. That is our show for today, man. We will be back Monday for some more Geekdom goodness as we cover solo leveling and Ninja Kamui. Now, tomorrow the new episode of Ninja Kamui comes out. Not tomorrow. I'm sorry. Thinking the day's Friday. Saturday, new episode of Ninja Kamui comes out at midnight on Adult Swim. And if you just so happen to miss it, it will be on the next day on HBO Max. So Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You got anything else for the listeners out there?
I gotta be out there and listen to Vivo's take on Avatar after she sees it. I'm excited to hear it, especially now after you told me that. So I'll be there on Monday.
Well, I don't know if she's gonna watch it yet. I don't know if she has watched it yet.
Still,
but the day she watch it though, she gonna be on the show with us because I want her to sound off on that. I just want her to.
Okay, good.
I want y'all to bounce off each other because I'm gonna just sit here and just be like, all right, I'm gonna moderate. I'm just just watch the magic
I hope
out.
she agrees with me.
You're gonna be like,
especially the super fans. Those are the ones you don't want to argue with. Shit.
Yeah. She's not like a super fan, but she knows the lore of Avatar.
Right, exactly.
Better than most. So, but yep, that's our show for
Signing
today,
off.
man. Until next time, y'all. Peace.
Be safe.